Hello and welcome. We are proud and excited to launch SBX, our new stock brokerage venture that's driven by a clear and noble mission to provide meaningful access to financial products, services, and tools for ordinary Filipinos. Today, we stand on the cusp of a new era in financial inclusion. For far too long, the world of investing in wealth has been exclusive and reserved only to a select few. But we believe that every Filipino, regardless of their background or income level, deserves the opportunity to grow their wealth, secure their future, and achieve their dreams. Our brokerage is built on the principles of accessibility, transparency, and empowerment. We have designed our platforms to be user-friendly and educational, ensuring that even those who are new to investing can navigate the stock market with confidence. And to all our current and future clients, thank you for trusting us to be a part of your financial journey. Together, we'll turn aspirations into achievements and pave the way for a more inclusive and prosperous Philippines. Welcome to the beginning of a brighter financial future. Thank you. And tara, let's thrive. Hello. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Luzon, San Mindanao. Welcome to SBX, the Morning Huddle. Gentlemen, kamusta? It was a stormy weekend, then week before that. Moses, kamusta? How's your weekend, by the way?
Weekend, ako, good as always, pero medyo masama lang yung pakiramdam ko. I think, meron ako light fever and sipon.
That's okay, bro. Ako din.
Matindi yata yung naglaro ako kahapon ng basketball sa Harbor Square. Okay. Tapos, medyo mainit yung laban. Parang 1-point game. Tapos nanalo kami. 3 points. Nag 3 points yung kakampi ko. Tapos nanalo kami ng by 1 point. Raised to 60 points.
Pucha, pare. Gripping yun.
Joke lang. Nagkakaday. Pero yeah.
Harrowing, pare. How about you, JC? Balita ako, nagpaano sa inyo.
Actually, hindi naman ba, pero sobrang lakas ng ulan. Starting Wednesday hanggang around Friday, talagang hindi ko alam kung dito ba tumama sa south yung bagyo kasi yung katabi namin Batangas, lubog sa baha. Tapos, so kami sa Laguna dito. Kasi sa Laguna ako guys, ang lakas ng ulan, tsaka yung hangin, humuhuni talaga. Rinig mo parang may ipo-ipo. Tapos, mga Wednesday, walang kuryente at saka signal sa amin.
Oh my gosh.
Medyo malala. Narinig ko yung mga bubong ng kapitbahay. Grabe. Ang ingay. Ang nagliliparan.
That's right.
Pero na-restore naman yung electricity around mga Sunday morning. Na-restore.
Oo nga sir, parang may ilaw na sa bahay mo ngayon, pati yung piano mo may ilaw na sa background. So guys, I think meron part 2 yung bagyo na yan. I think there's a bagyong Leon who just entered the Philippine area of responsibility. Tas pati yung ating old typhoon na si Christine parang bumabalik pa ng konti. So mag-ingat-ingat po tayo dyan. But ngayong morning, we have a lot of stuff that we would like to discuss with everybody, especially now that we think that the market is in a pivot point na naman. So, as mentioned, lahat naman ng bagay natin dito are all based on probability. So, make sure na mag-ingat lang tayong lahat. So, if I can just share my slide, so para lang makita natin. So, to start our show, let's go through one important news that we found in our broadsheet. So, according to one of the broadsheets, the firm's results, window dressing may lift stocks. So as you know, ngayon lalabas na yung mga third quarter earnings ng mga companies. Of course, ang alam naman natin dyan is over the medium to long term, all of the stock prices are related with earnings. But in the short term, syempre, yung mga tao, based on their emotions and the market sentiment, may change pa, right? So, ano ba yung window dressing na yan, bro? Moses, ano ba yung,
Yeah.
ano ba sa palagay mo
So,
yan? Yeah.
Feel free to add na lang, JC and pag may may
Sure.
may nalagpasan na.
Surprise ka na naman. Joke lang, bro. Kaya mo yan. Sige, go.
Pero technically, window dressing is that institution or investors, ito yung mga, let's say, professional investors and traders na nililipat nila yung pera nila from high-risk stocks to low-risk stocks. So what do I mean by that? Let's say they're investing dun sa mga growth stocks, yung wala pa technically yung value or yung creation ng value is in the future pa. So they're gonna put their money from that growth stock to value stocks, which is yung PSEI natin, yung mga blue chip stocks. So technically, that's parang the very gist of it. It's of de-risking lang from higher risk stocks to lower risk stocks na provides value.
That's right. So I think that's very much true for the mutual fund companies and also for other services that promote, finding a way to earn more than the market. But I think in terms of the normal companies, window dressing happens during this time of earnings wherein they report their earnings. And of course, we are not saying that it's wrong, but there's a tendency for them to show the good side of their companies during this time, which is not bad. So, but at the end of the day, kahit anong window dressing natin dyan, it will all depend on what earnings they will generate. And I think moving forward, we in the Morning Huddle team will continue to monitor earnings, whether within expectations or below expectations or beyond expectations. Kasi I think in the past couple of sessions, pinag-uusapan na namin tatlo dito yung the discounting mechanism that is the market. So pag nababanggit natin madalas na there's easing, there's good, the market has broken out of its sideways pattern, diba, ever since the pandemic, So we will continue to monitor earnings because I think that will be the main critical point moving forward, especially as we await that fourth quarter rally that we're so excited about. And of course, in 8 days, we will also be having the US election. So they will be electing their president. Lahat kami napanood na yung interview ni Joe Rogan with Mr. Donald Trump. Umatras daw si Kamala. So hoping the best for that country as well. But I think it will definitely bring finality to global US policy when it comes to trade, when it comes to their foreign policy. And of course, this is on the back of the easing policy that the BSP seem to have adopted moving forward, them favoring growth, given that inflation has weakened significantly. But ako yung question ko with regard earnings is pointed at Mr. JC. So as a trader, as an active trader, pare, 'di ba? Yung tingnan natin yung mga stocks before, STI, OGP, and all of the other good stuff, How important are earnings in these trades, JC?
Yeah, ako, define ko lang muna yung window dressing as a trader.
Sige,
para
go
sa
ahead.
yung window dressing. Simple lang, guys. Before, siguro yung mga end of quarter, may mga earnings release, end of the year, talagang umaakit yung mga stocks. Pinapaakyat talaga nila, especially yung mga index stocks, para makita ng mga investors na may move. So, ang tendency for us mga traders is to put some exposure on these index stocks kasi ang tendency is umakyat ng mga to because of that window dressing. And ako naman with regards on the picks, STI, OGP, and yung mga macro Asia, these are actually kahit low market cap stocks sila. Feel ko hindi naman sila ako for me price action speaks talaga. Yun talaga yung yung window dressing hindi ko siya masyadong pinapansin, especially these type of stocks na low market cap lang talaga. Pero kung katulad ni Moses and ni Ed, para sa mga viewers natin, siguro medyo relevant yung window dressing, lalo na kung focus nila is yung mga index stocks talaga.
Right. For sure. So ako, just to add there, no, I think since the index is really yung pamantayan ng performance of the entire market, it gives you the backdrop of how stocks are going to perform. Siyempre, kung walang foundation, kung walang backdrop, it's impossible to make sense of the movement of either small or big stocks moving forward. But I guess no, goes without saying na pag maganda yung index natin, pag maganda yung overall sentiment and appreciation for the entire market, then there's high probability that your small cap stocks or your trading stocks are also going to perform very well. So yun, so now napag-usapan natin yung index, let me just, kung meron tayong bell sana ngayon, meron tayong parang warning bell, warning wank, wank, diba? Sound natin alarm because I think there is some expected weakness in the PSE. So nakita naman yung chart natin sa ating pinakamagandang SBX platform, no? A very sophisticated way of charting. If there are any problems there, make sure that you report to us. So here, kita natin, no, the market has risen up quite significantly over the past month, and nakita naman natin that there seems to be a pause at that top. So I think more in the past sessions we've talked about hindi pwedeng masyadong malayo yung price from the 50-day exponential or simple moving averages. No, this is the slow line wherein we see a relatively short-term trend. At least for me, a long-term investor, I think kay JC at kay Moses mas mabilis yung mga short lines nila. But for me, this has worked for me over the past few years. No, so I think the behavior we're trying to expect here is that the price will move closer to the 50-day exponential moving average. But just wanted to also alert everybody na it doesn't seem, I think as far as the MACD readings are concerned, nakita niyo naman medyo nakabuka pa siya with the blue line down the white line and ever so slightly widening pa. So that means that, you know, the momentum of the market in its downward move might not be over yet. And there doesn't seem to be any pause because the market doesn't look to be oversold. So, and the reason why I'm pressing the alarm right now, again, this is just the reading of the price. We might we might be seeing a bearish divergence and a head and shoulders pattern in the market. So, ano ba yung mga yan? So, these are just patterns that tend to describe general market movement. So, nakita naman, di ba, dun sa line na dinon natin sa taas, there seems to be the market has set a higher high, no? But if you look below dito sa ating MACD and RSI, the charts have pointed to a lower high. So yun yung classic example wherein you see the market trying to push it up, but in terms of the other indicators, that push might not be as hard. So yun yung tinatawag natin bearish divergence. Of course, it's not naman going to become true every time. No, there are countless examples where we see this bearish divergence. Tapos nagre-resolve naman siya quite well. So I think, of course, patterns are just secondary to the market situation, right? It lends us a view of what might happen in the future, but it's still going to operate on the backdrop of what's happening in the market. So we're easing again, right? Well, we are expecting earnings. There's relative stability over foreign markets. Of course, yung election might be a wild card there, no? But at least what we're seeing is a possible weakness moving forward. Of course, the more ideal scenario is that it just moves sideways from now until the 50-day exponential catches up with the price. But ang downside nito, guys, if we follow the principles of the head and shoulders thing, nakita niyo naman dito, there seems to be some a shoulder pattern. Here's the neckline, no? So ang sinasabi natin dyan, yung taas ng height will be the length of the correction. So I think there are many ways to read this. Think bago bumaba yan lower than the 7,000 level, which in itself is a huge psychological resistance. Meron pa tayong 7.2 that marks our 50-day exponential, and I think where that line is supposed to stop. So yun, I think this is just a warning for everybody. Again, we're still pretty much excited about the fourth quarter rally, no? But syempre, these are all probabilistic. And to me, I think now more than ever, we need a catalyst in the market to continue this upward trend. Yeah. So, Moses, any insight regarding?
Ako naman, well, to add, so we are expecting for the PSEI to move around or bounce around the 50 EMA. Pero pag tumingin ka doon sa underlying stocks na makes up the blue chip, the PSEI index, nauna na sila actually. like
Okay.
Meralco, MBT, JFC. They've touched the 50 SMA. So I'm using 50 SMA. So medyo same but different, but it's a matter of how you use it naman.
Yeah.
So yeah, definite. So going back yun nga, nauna na yung mga underlying stocks na at bumaba doon or tamaan yung 50 or the EMA or the SMA. And then uh, going back rin pag nakita mo yung candles nung PSEI chart, there's a lot of bearish candles wide bearish candles na increasing in volume rin. Tapos itong current candle na to, it's tight, may sort of supply absorption or absorption of sellers in the market pero hindi siya ganun kalakas So I'm thinking nga na we have a larger probability nga na we will touch the 50 EMA before we bounce back. Or if we break it, yung 50 EMA ng higher volume and white bearish candle rin, I think we're gonna see a test of the 7,000 levels.
Nako, yan. So, very exciting. I think we will continue to monitor because I think ngayon, humahalik na dun sa neckline ng head and shoulders ko yung market. So, I think in a few minutes, malalaman natin where the market is going to head. JC, any insights here, bro? Ay, sorry.
Last na to add, itong
Yes,
mga
yes.
correction na to, as an investor or trader, dito mo makikita yung pinaka-resilient na stocks or kung how does your current position acts to the parang action ng overall market. Is it more stronger, resilient ba siya, or mas mahina pa siya versus the overall market? So it gives you an idea na do I need to move my parang exposure to another stock na mas malakas, or do I need to stay on my current position, or is it parang a chance for me to add more on this pullback since nakikita ko na my current positions or current holdings are really the most strongest stocks in the market, diba? Ayun.
I think just to add there, yung insight ni Moses dyan, the market really doesn't go up in a straight line. So may mga breaks na ganyan. Of course, the market tends to be overexcited sometimes, na overstretch yung growth of yung move of the prices. So there needs to be some catching up that the market needs to do. So yeah, mapunta tayo kay JC. Any thoughts?
Yeah. Ako naman, it's normal for the market to experience healthy consolidation like this. And ako, for me, as long as the 7,200 psychological support holds, I'm still bullish with the index. But if the 7,200 or the 50-day simple moving average breaks, expect massive selling lang din from the investors, lalo na in terms of the investors who are using technical indicators and charts. Kasi yun talagang first lineup support mo dito yung around 7,200 and the 50-day moving average. And as we can see naman, nag-hold pa naman siya dun sa support area na yun. So you can still say na itong consolidation area na to is healthy pa naman. And siguro ako, yung weakening peso din siguro around kasi there are a lot of analysts calling that the peso will be at around 59 pesos per US dollar. So medyo siguro yun din yung nagiging cost ng intensified selling previous weeks.
O kasi nga naman pag nabili mo at kunyari 59, 'di ba yung fina-forecast, tapos nabili mo ng 55 or 57, yung 3 pesos, especially if you're a foreign investor, ika-cash in mo na yun kasi 3 pesos din yun out of the currency movements, So yeah. Sige lang, go ahead.
Yep, and if you can see wala pa lang volume, pero the volume kasi is still relevant na medyo nag-decline lang din yung konting volume. Kung makikita natin yung volume ng PSEI, still above average pa rin naman siya. So there are a lot of people participating in the market. And abangan lang natin yung key support level natin at 7,200 or the 50-day moving average in order for you to be flexible with that support line.
So just to elaborate also on those points, so what's the difference between SMA and EMA? Yung EMA just incorporates more of the present data than the past. So see, SMA kasi it kind of incorporates the 50 observations equally. So I think it's just a matter of how you use it. But generally, that's a good level of support. If you see the other brokers there, minsan very mathematical lang yung pag-define ng mga support. But yep, so very much still excited, but we'll see what the market shows us. So that being said, let's go to our stock ideas. So yan, again, simulan natin sa mga wealth builders. Any correction in the market, if you're a long-term investor, especially if you're investing in good companies and also in diversified positions, just like the First Metro Exchange Traded Fund, or any of the funds that's available through Seedbox and our partners, Gcash and Maya, diba? It shouldn't matter to you, right? Because you are investing over the long term. And in fact, in the short term, mas malaki pa yung contribution of the actual investments that you make rather than market return. So that's just how it is, right? And as you invest longer, then mas nakikita mo yung impact of growth in your portfolio. Arit, I think it has, it did not suffer any corrections as of late, but I think you have to incorporate the current price and the estimated dividend yield that they aim to declare. So again, a very good transition product from people who are used to investing in interest-paying opportunities. No? Kasi ito nagbabayad siya ng dividend straight to your account. Then for the individual conglomerates that we like, just sending out a warning for the stock AEV. So nakita nyo, meron tayong warning sign doon. Similar to our previous slide, may warning din tayo for the bearish divergence. Again, AEV seems to be quite far from the estimated price that the industry has given it at 52.60. So I think it's now around 31 to 32% below that. We're still pretty much encouraged by this low price by such an influential conglomerate. But in terms of technicals, we're seeing some bit of weakness in the chart as well. Yung pinopoint out ni Moses kanina na parang bearish candles, alam ko na yun. I mean, the longest time I've been observing yung mga red na parang dahan-dahan mga pang ganun. It doesn't show any strength. Also, parang may dome shape siya dun sa sideways pattern, which makes me a bit more concerned. But different story when it comes to Ayala. So parang nakita natin, it paused a bit, but it's respecting the support level. So, kailangan share lang natin yung mga chart pala. Nakalimutan ko. So, I just share my screen right over here in our Seedbox SBX account. Yan. So, napakagandang chart, right? So, pag tayo ng AEV, ito yung binabanggit natin kanina. Gentlemen, ready nyo na yung mga slides niyo for sure. Maraming gustong makita yan. So, nakita nyo naman dito, di ba? There's a bit of weakness. It crossed down the 50-day exponential. And I think overall, medyo bearish pa rin yung state of this stock kasi baliktad yung order of our exponential moving averages. Normally, if I'm not a long-term investor, I wouldn't really mind these stocks. Yung MACD natin, although it's above the zero line, it seems that yung widening of that gap might indicate that the momentum isn't finished yet. So again, if you're a long-term investor, might not be your concern right now. So moving on to Ayala Corporation, sabi natin kanina, this is something that we are still pretty hopeful about. So Ayala, ito yung N, the normal board, there seems to be a pause right there, no? So Ali pala to, mali. So, Ayala Corporation, ACN. So, ba't iba yung stock yun? So, dito, parang, diba, there seems to be a weakness there. I think JC has called this, or we have called this in the past to be a cup and handle kind of execution. It seems to be respecting this level of support at 710. And then, of course, the resistance is estimated around 740. So seems to be having a healthy correction right over there. In terms of the momentum of that particular move, mukhang same as the index, it might stay there for a while until the 50-day exponential can catch up to the price. But nakita nyo, there's also a reordering of the exponential moving averages. Umangat na si 100-day doon. So sabihin, as far as the mathematical definition of bullish is concerned, it seems like the stock has entered its bullish phase. So let's be a little bit more for me, prayerful. I have positions in this stock as well, and I'm sure you do. So, yun, that's it for the picks, at least for long-term investors. No, these corrections might not worry you, but sabi nga ni Jason Demos kanina, you have to also decide whether or not you're gonna take in more or you're gonna withdraw your positions in the market. Okay, so yun. Moses, what are the stock ideas? Yeah.
I think I'll share na lang yung ano
Sige.
ko, yung charts as well para sino ba yun? Ayun, ito.
Yan.
Ayan, okay.
Okay.
Kita na
Habang binabasa
naman.
mo yan, meron tayong comment from one of our viewers, si Josh Araulio. So, pa-flash naman, BTFD kung mag-retest. Ano yung BTFD? Alam niyo ba yun? Sige,
Hindi alam.
sana. ano kaya yun? So, sige.
Oo nga.
Go ahead, Moses. Go.
Natin tanongin si Josh
Oo nga.
bukas. If not
By
now.
the dips daw siya.
Okay.
BTFD, ayun. O, sige.
By the freaking dip.
By the freaking dip. Yan pala. Baka medyo unkind din yung F doon, bro. BTFD. Okay. Go ahead, Moses.
Okay. Yeah, so start off with Ali. So, yun nga, we've mentioned nga that real estate sector related companies are gonna really benefit from the cuts in the interest rate or the dovish na stance of the BSP. So, right now, Ali, pulling back as we've mentioned nga earlier na we are expecting for the index to pull back dun sa 50 SMA or 50 EMA niya. So, itong Ali, nauna na siya, nag-pull back na siya around 50 EMA, 50 SMA, sorry. Itong orange line na to. So, yeah, based on the price action, it's okay naman, pulling back on a lower volume. So, I would think that a support level around 34 pesos or 35 pesos
Is it
sorry,
order,
34
no?
pesos will be tested further, especially the PSEI is mukhang ano nga talaga lalapitan yung 50 SMA or EMA. Then
just a quick question, sir. No, so
Yeah.
what would make you worried about this stock is that kung may ganyang
Yeah.
movement, tapos malaki yung volume, di ba? So that means that there's a
Yeah.
lot of people selling. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. And to add, one rule ko rin naman sa aking rule book is that if a stock like this Ali, nagstay siya ng a couple of weeks below the 50 SMA and it's hard for it to reach above it. So, one red flag rin sa akin na one red flag na it shows weakness kasi na parang always remember that 50 SMA, ito yung ginagamit ng mga institutions as well and professional traders and investors na as an indicator or as a guide for a stock, to hold a stock or to buy a stock or to sell a stock. So they sell it most likely pag hindi lang siya isang bearish candle na break nung 50 SMA. Pwede ring it went below it tapos low volume pero it took around 5 to 6 weeks below it tapos it's finding hard for it to go above it.
Oh,
So
tama.
yun one sort of sign of weakness kasi nung stock.
Oo.
So
I think just to add there, no, yung mga support na dating pinagkakatiwalaan natin for the market, pag na-break yan, it becomes the resistance, di ba? Kasi na-imagine mo parang may gera yan, di ba? Yung mga Lord of the Rings war, di ba? May buyers and sellers. Pag nagbangga sila at the price, mag-aaway sila. No? Pag naubos mo lahat ng buyers, then the sellers are there. Na susugurin naman ng mga buyers in order to break. So that becomes a hard line for the market to break. So yeah, interesting. No?
Thank you for that, Ed. And ano rin pala, fan ka ng Lord of the Rings.
Siyempre bro, yan, haba-habang basahin. Exciting, di ba? Tama, lahat naman tayo.
Yeah.
So,
Almost all.
pare, yung mga iba, nanonood ng Rings of Power yung mga tao ngayon. Pare. Ibang storya na, di ba? Anyways, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that's one way to use yung simple moving averages natin to be able to guide you when to sell, when to buy, or when to hold the stock. And when to also compare kung malakas ba yung stock mo versus the market. Ayun, for Ali, I think it's around 15% pa rin naman yung upside potential niya. So nag-correct siya from, if I remember correctly, 12% last Monday. So yeah, the next stock natin would be Pure Gold.
Yan. Diyan ako medyo super excited, sir. Yung sa Pure Gold na
Lakas
yun.
yan.
Ay, naku, yan lakas pa.
So Pure Gold, most yung mga products nito, ito yung staple consumers, yung mga technically the mandatory things products ng mga tao na binibili.
Yeah.
So, itong Pure Gold kasi, if you look at it, itong white line na to, it's the 21 EMA.
Yan. MA,
You can,
MA. SMA yata, sir. Tama ba?
yeah, sorry, SMA, pero upon checking naman, almost the same naman yung yung bounce niya. Pero next time I'm gonna use the EMA kasi 21 EMA.
Okay lang. Gamitin mo lang yan, bro. Okay lang.
Pero if you look at it, yung bounce niya, yung pullback niya, ito yung sinasabi namin. You can use yung simple moving averages as a guide to know kung malakas, mahina ba yung isang stock. Let's say, itong nakita niyong Pure Gold, nagpo-pullback siya dito, tapos it never touches yung 21 SMA. And then another one, kumbaga, lalapitan niya pa lang, it will touch it, almost touch it, pero it bounce back again. Tapos ito, another one, it sort of bounce back pa rin. So, if you're a trader or investor, you can use it as a buy, technically a buy guide na you can buy when it pull back on this simple moving average. So, 'di ba? It shows you on how to use yung mga technical indicators na very simple lang, like this moving average line. And then Pure Gold, I think it's around ano pa eh. Yun, 22% upside potential. So if you actually bought it at the start na we've talked about Pure Gold on how strong the stock is, I think it was around 40 to 50% na upside potential. Right now, 22% na lang. Pero still, a lot of room pa rin naman to benefit from its upside gain potential. Yeah.
And ako, mapansin ko lang dyan, no? Why it's very different from the past chart that you've mentioned. Tamo may mga matataas na parang levels of volume that are on the green. Sabihin pag ganyan, may bumibili ng sobrang dami, you know, parang every time this stock, as mentioned by Moses, tried to touch the 21 simple moving average, may bumibili ng sobrang dami. So let's hope these guys or this guy, whoever that is, whoever the group of people is, they continue to buy this stock moving forward. I think there's good potential here. Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Ed, on that additional info. So one key rin pala factor to consider. Pag nagpo-pull back, always remember, dapat yung volume mo nagde-decline. Like Pure Gold, tingnan mo tong volume, it's declining here, nagpo-pull back siya, pero when it goes up, yung volume mo, it's actually the highest volume. Then
Fantastic.
Pull back, lower volume, then yung up volume mo in wide candle, ito yung highest volume. So it's one signal na there's more demand than selling in a stock. Ayun.
There's definitely interest in this stock. So let's, exciting, right?
The next natin, si SM Prime Holdings.
Ito pare, habang kinukuha mo yung chart, ito talaga medyo weird for me to. This stock normally trades above any target price of any analyst eh. So, naku, patay. Okay ba? Parang medyo pa-dip si S&PH mo, sir. Ano nangyari? So, go ahead.
Yeah. So, ito yung one example actually. This is one example that we've mentioned na it's sort of yung 50 SMA mo dito. It's acting as sort of a resistance kung makikita mo yung kandila na to. Start na pala yung market. So, 930, 932. So, I think the overall market is pretty much down by 0.04%. So, yeah. SMPH, most likely you need to, the volume is mababa naman on the pullback. Pero as I've mentioned nga, the 50 SMA, kahit mababa yung volume mo, pero it consolidates below the 50 SMA for a very long period of time. That's a one red signal, a red flag for you to probably sell some or invest on another stock na mas gives a more constructive price action. Pero right now, it's too early to say pa naman that SMPH is bad investment or you need to pull out your investment. I think for SMPH, a bit constructive pa rin yung pullback. Let's see what happens in the next succeeding days and weeks. Pero
Yep.
for the upside potential nito, guys, it's still 28%.
Yeah. So I think in the short term technicals natin dyan, that might seem to be a warning triangle natin ulit because for me, it
Yeah.
doesn't look really strong at this point. But again, walang volume. So that means kung sino man yung nagbebenta na yan, that's a small portion of the market. So before we move on to the money makers ni Mr. JC Manuel, I'd like to share lang yung ating very unique heat map. No? Ito natin dito, the market has started trading. Ngayon, from kanina, negative 0.04. Ngayon, up na tayo by 0.05%. We see massive selling in Semirara, which dropped 6% today. The banks are having quite a good time with all greens here, BDO, BPI, and Metro Bank. In terms of services, ICT, Pure Gold, another pullback. So again, might be a chance for us to grab this finally. And for holding firms, nako, mukhang narinig yung sinabi natin sa SM Investments pala to. But again, hiking another 0.68. SM Prime also hiking 1.14% above. So I think that's good movement from the market. Sige, so I think that's it for me. JC, kamusta yung mga inaalagaan natin dyan?
Share ko lang yung screen ko. Actually, I have 3 picks naman remaining with this morning huddle.
Yes, go ahead, sir. I think marami tayong dyan. I think maraming nagbabantay niya. Yan. Saying hi to all of our partners in Rampver. So hope you're enjoying the show. If you have any questions, make sure that you post it and sana masagot namin. Go ahead, sir.
Alright. So I have 3 picks diba dito sa ating morning huddle. First is RCI, next is Macro Asia, and SPNet. These are the remaining picks na meron pa ako dito kasi yung previous picks ko, some na-hit na yung TP and some na-break yung support level. Okay. So first with RCI, no, actually ako dito medyo worried na ako dito sa RCI na to. Actually not worried naman kasi naka-experience din naman up pa rin naman dito eh. Ang recommendation date ko kasi around this area. So yung rally na to, okay pa din siya. Ang stops ko lang is at 350 and very evident na itong support na to nag-hold talaga eh. Kasi medyo worried nga ako dito sa RCI kasi pag na-break tong support na 350 ko, medyo i-out ko na to sa aking pick, no? So it's time to take profit and kakabili mo pa lang naman, mag-cut ka na. Pero laging kada i-break niya yung support, laging may swing na gano'n. Imagine the first attempt. Swing, another attempt, swing na naman. So, siguro mayroong strong support dito sa area na to.
Pero question ko dyan, sir, if you don't mind, yung mga swings na yun na binabanggit mo, parang wala rin masyadong volume, I mean, of course, baka compared to the volumes in the past. So, I think kung hindi masira yung chart at zinom mo yan, I think there's going to be significant, hindi pala. Ayun, anyways. Ayun, so there are some bits of volume there as well. Ayun, nako, sorry. Mukhang ko yung nabati ko yung chart mo, sir. Yeah, sige, go ahead. Anyway, go ahead, sir.
In volume during the consolidation phase. So, ako, hindi ko kasi masyado makita. But yung consolidation area, ito yung hintay ko kung gustong makita ng mga listeners and viewers natin to break the resistance level at 450. No? You can still wait as long as this stock holds the 350 support level. No?
Yep.
So, ganun lang naman yung call ko with RSI. Kasi ako, guys, pagka bumaba na to ng 350, exit na ako dito. Yun yung rule of thumb.
Yan pala, sir, if I may just encapsulate the entire idea, you must be comfortable making a mistake. Meaning, comfortable ka and you know how to move forward. Kung mali yung basa mo, then cut your loss. Diba? Kung tama, then, diba? So, I think it's like everything we do in this company, gentlemen, it's a journey to the truth. So, the truth is, kung mali yung basa natin, let go of it, right? Cut your loss.
And imagine, you are cutting your losses, a series of cutting losses around very minimal support level, very minimal percentage at around support level. No? Series of small cuts, but let flyers win. No? that one big win will cover all the losses and exceeds pa yung mga losses na cut mo pagka nagkaroon ka ng one correct prediction on the stock. No.
Yep. Fantastic.
So, next is Macro Asia. Ito naman, na-hit naman yung TP ko. No? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, guys, huwag kayong magbenta kung na-hit na yung TP nyo. Currently at 7.14. No? Ang TP ko is around 7 pesos. No? So, ang sabi ko dito, guys, nung na-hit, kasi dito ko siya ni-reco, di ba? Around this area, yung breakout. First case.
Tuntua lang talaga ako sa recommendation mo na yan, bro. So, if you're not yet listening to the Morning Huddle, sayang. Guys.
Sayang yan, di ba?
Sayang.
So, around this area, sabi ko, nung na-hit yung 7 pesos, huwag kayong mag-sell. Ito, naka-autopilot to. Ako, siguro 20-day moving average. Yan yung autopilot natin. So, kung nasakyan nyo to. So, as long as this stock is trading above the 20-day moving average, siguro you can still hold the stock to maximize the potential return that it can give you. So, yun lang with Macro Asia.
If I may add a bit there, no, sa mga pinag-uusapan natin on breaks of the 21 or yung slow line na tinatawag natin. Kita mo dito, no, parang nag-break siya ng konti with a red candle, but nakita niyo yung volume, hindi pa rin ganun kataas, right? So, wag tayong matatakot masyado. Again, if the candle is huge and more than, yung mga candles set in the past, so baka kabahan tayo. But nakita niyo naman, right the next day, binili ulit, right? And then it, continued with its uptrend.
And ako, for me, hindi pa siya ideal mag-trail stop, lalo na kung hindi mo pa na-hit yung TP mo. So, maglalagay ka lang ng trail stop pag na-break na itong tarpas, yung box na to, with significant volume. So, medyo yung profit mo is, meron ka ng profit. For example, dito ka sa consolidation or dito sa consolidation area bumili. Doon ka lang maglalagay ng trail. So, nung na-break to, ito na yung trail mo. So, above this breakout point.
Potentially, JC, are we seeing na magkakaroon ulit ng isa pang box yan moving forward?
Most
as
probably,
the 21
yes.
Exponential, no? Okay. Got it.
Pwede magkaroon ng another box dito. Kasi etong rally kasi na to, sobrang taas nito. So, may resting pace din kasi. Imagine this rally.
nga.
Yeah.
So, ito yung
Correct.
resting
Ako,
pace.
ang tinitingnan ko dyan lagi yung RSI, especially kung ganyan kabilis gumalaw yung market. There normally is a pause period nga, no, where the market is allowed to catch up a bit, especially pag nagiging super excited yung mga tao. So, the relative strength index, I think may mga trading styles dito, but ako kasi medyo classic, hindi rin. But it tumuntog ng konti din sa 80, which is the first level of being overbought, no? 60 ba yun?
Yep,
60.
So,
Like 80
hindi
siya.
pala oversold, overbought, ano? Okay, anyways. Yep.
Hindi pa. And then,
Actually,
to add,
Bro.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Ang titignan ko dito is the pullback itong candle na to. So, some sort of support dun sa 7 pesos na psychological previous resistance na na-mention ni JC. So, right now, naging support na siya. And plus, the volume is lower than the previous rally. Diba? So, it shows you na there's sellers, yes. Siyempre, pag ganito kabilis yung angat mo And it's quite extended rin dun sa 20 SMA ni JC. So, you're gonna expect a pullback. Pero, the pullback, dun ka titingin. Kung, is it constructive? Lower volume, may support ba dun sa key levels, key price levels, and dito meron naman siyang support, which is yung 7 pesos na key levels niya, and then the volume is lower as well. Diba?
So Mr. JC, BTFD ba to? BTFD?
Actually, pwede pero manage your risks very carefully. Pagka nearing around 7 peso level, doon ka na mag-base siguro kung ngayon ka pa lang entry at di ka nakapanood ng aming Morning Huddle, hindi ka naka-entry. Buy ka near siguro around 7 peso tapos yung cut mo if the stock closes below that 7. Ngayon, hindi lang siya accurate pero ngayon currently at 7.30 pesos na si Mac.
Ba't hindi gumagalaw yung chart natin? It's up 2%, 2.8%. So I think talagang nagba-bounce back siya from the support. I think ang piece of advice ko dito, or not financial advice, but just a thought for people. Ako, I would wait for that box to form again. Tingin ko dapat i-respect niya yung mga support na nabanggit ni JC and ni Moses. Diba? And then of course, uuntugin niya ulit yung resistance. Wait for that box kasi the market doesn't go up in a straight line. It will always wait. No? Hihinto lagi ang boost. So, antayin natin uminto. Sakay tayo. And then, let's see what happens. Yeah.
And to add rin, GC, on your pick dito, maganda earnings nito eh. Parang earnings breakout within 5 years eh. So, medyo, fundamentals and technical wise, I think Mac is a very strong stock. Parang sort of true market leader characteristic kasi may good technicals tapos good fundamentals as well. So,
dapat yan. Gentlemen, meron tayong mga tools for live streaming na pag stars have aligned. So, tititingnan mag-align yung mga stars. Nandito, you have good earnings, you have good charting. It's above 21 exponential. It has given us so much growth in the past. So, parang ito yung one of the examples na stars have indeed aligned in this particular stock.
Yep. Kung familiar kayo sa Can Slim strategy, ito yung best example ng Can Slim strategy.
Naku, pare, papaliwanag mo na yan, yung Can Slim na yan. Paliwanag mo naman ang short, bro. That's very...
Naku, medyo mahabang usapan to. Pero basically, yung Can Slim, para sa madaling salita na lang, magandang fundamentals and yung charts niya. So, yun na lang yung very best example. So, yung overall, maganda
for sure. Next time, pag-uusapan natin yan on our next episode. Or baka pwede tayo mag-invite ng expert for our aftermarket session, JC. I'd be happy to jump in and talk more about Can Slim, pare. Go.
Yep. Sige, planning to invite nga some of the notorious in the market soon. So, sa ating aftermarket.
Notorious, pare. If it's positive, notorious. Okay.
Notorious about the stock market. Yan. Ayun lang man, ito lang naman, yun lang, mag-put lang kayo ng trail stop. So, ako, 20-day, kayo, pwede nyo bawasan, like 12-day moving average, 13-day EMA. Depende sa inyo, no? Kung saan nyo tingin na mas maganda yung trail. So, ako, generally, ang nilalagay ko na lang dito is 20-day moving average. No? Last pick ko, SPNEC. Ito, ano naman to parang, ito kasi parang nasa consolidation phase na kasi siya ulit after that rally. So, ito yung consolidation. So, ako wait ko na lang for this kasi medyo di ba? Familiar ba kayo, gentlemen, dun sa funds rotation? So, pagka yung local board, yung index natin, hindi siya gumagalaw, nagpapansa siya. Some of the investors, some of the funds are rotating to a lower market cap stocks. So, siguro, ito, pagka nahagip to ng rotation, pwede ma-break yung consolidation yan. Magkaroon ulit ng significant towards my target price.
That's right. So I think pag masyado ng rich yung mga indices, and of course traders gotta trade, also yung mga na kumita from the upswing of the large caps, may extra cash, no? So, di ba, looking for other opportunity to replicate that growth. So hopefully maano to. And I think this huddle is also part of that process, di ba? Again, not in financial advice, not investment advice. So, baka pwedeng ma-subject of that particular rotation. So, ito sir, so, okay pa rin to, no? Parang nandun talaga siya sa 20-day MA natin, no? Parang hindi siya umaalis dun. Tama ba?
Consolidation. Siguro ang dito, ang magiging decision making mo is itong Darvas box. Pag nabutas yung support level niya, babagsak na to. Pagka sell ka na, so pag na-break naman tong consolidation area, pwede pa siguro to. Pero ako baka ko na to, no? Kung may hawak pa kayo, yun na lang din yung basis nyo, tapos baka palitan ko na rin to next week.
Yeah, pare.
Ng mas magandang stock. Kasi lagi naman ganun go to the fastest first. Lagi ganun. Ito siguro MRC, hindi ko pa siya masyado nire-review since nawala ng kuryente sa amin, pero candidate for another candidate for another
I didn't mean to laugh na nawala ka ng kuryente, bro, pero I mean, yeah, very interesting stuff, no?
Ito yung napag-usapan namin ni JC before the market kasi the volume on the right side sobrang taas, so I think break off stage 1 na siya. And although the earnings wala masyado I think that I think more review pa kasi kung anong catalyst dito, pero the volume, the technicals is very good. Parang if you look at it closely, yung up move niya.
Highest volume. Okay.
Highest volume within 1 year. So,
That's right.
yeah.
There's
Although,
Highest
certainly
volume within 1
resistance
year.
pa, JC. Itong resistance sa left side. Medyo malapit.
Dami lang siyang parang overhead supply pa.
Supply.
So, need more review pa before ko ilagay siya sa morning huddle pick natin. And
pero nagkaroon ako ng
baba na
first
market
look.
cap nito.
Baba kasi yung market.
Tsaka
Sobrang
parang
baba.
it reminds me of the stock that you showed kanina, no? There's huge volume, ano? Talagang there's interest in that particular stock. So, excited na ako dyan, bro.
Need more review pa, so need to review further before we add to the morning huddle pick now. And guys, no, Seedbox website, FB page, nag-release kami ng portfolio performance ng ating The Morning Huddle. This is the TMH portfolio, no. Those are the collective picks na mula sa amin ni Moses and the Ed, no, na makikita nyo, matatrack nyo, and if you want na sumabay dun sa portfolio ng TMH, ng The Morning Huddle, pwede naman, no? Wala namang problema doon. But pag sumabay kayo, just make sure to watch The Morning Huddle for more insights. Kasi, pwede kayo mapahama, di ba? Wala na, sumabay lang kayo dahil nakita nyo sa Facebook. Watch it para alam nyo kung saan yung stops.
Yeah. Tsaka kung mayroon pa ibang mga questions about these particular picks, no? Kami, we're usually absolutely very honest with these things na may kanina sinasabi natin, baka walang fundamentals yan, pero may technical. So, I think not all of the research products there ay may ganitong morning huddle. You can actually attend and ask questions about your favorite stuff. So yun, I think this is in closing, no, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, guys, whoever are viewing us today, scan this QR code. Let us know what you think about the show, and for sure, we will address these questions. May particular stock kayong gusto na na-miss out namin, na part dapat ng picks or ideas, then volunteer nyo. Help everybody make money in this fourth quarter rally. So sige, let's take it away, Mr. JC.
Ayan. So ako, I'll just want to end with the quote, that generational wealth starts with one disk taker. So baka ikaw na yun, guys. Open na SPX app. Available yan sa Google Play and App Store. Napakaganda. May heat map yung chart natin, di ba? Sobrang comprehensive, complete yung indicators niya. Available yung RSI, volume, moving averages. Pwede mo i-plot. Pwede ka rin mag-drawing dun sa mga charts. So, ayan. Seedbox, SBX stocks by Seedbox. Yun yung hahanapin niyo sa Google Play and App Store to download that app. So yeah, Moses.
All right.
Yep. Thank you for that, JC. So ako rin, I would end this morning huddle with a quote. Nagawa-gawa ko lang ata. Realizing nyo.
By Moses Frando, pare.
By Moses Frando.
Parang naisip ko lang siya over the weekend, as I chatted niya JC, parang okay ito. So, ito yun, it goes like this you don't wait for a good trade or investment to happen. So, you make it happen, technically. How do you do that? You have to have a process, follow someone who knows what they're doing, which is kami dito sa Morning Huddle, and we are honest about the market as well, diba?
Yeah.
What's happening about the market, kung maganda ba talaga or pangit tong stocks. So with that recipe, that's the way to parang move forward and to be successful in trading or investing. So again, if you want to know kung what type of trader investor you want to be, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and you can join our Viber community and Facebook group as well. Right?
Mm-hmm. And I think for me naman, I also wanted to end this session with a quote. I think we've been doing this for the past 3 months na ba, gentlemen, and I think yung quote ko is that luck favors the prepared mind, diba? So I think more than ever, we are doing this to prepare everybody and also to prepare ourselves for the upcoming trading week, and hopefully we are also able to help you guys and making money and trying to make the best out of this fourth quarter rally. So kung hindi niyo pa naka-follow yun, kahit sa social media nando na yun, yung aming stock ideas, make sure you interact or just attend the Morning Huddle to ask your questions. So I think that's it. Thank you for joining us in the Morning Huddle by SBX. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, and to our watchers, tara, let's thrive. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.